So that was a little bit technical, getting over those rocks, especially when you don't have anybody with you, another vehicle. Yeah. You just have to be super careful that you're not doing something that's potentially going to break the Jeep.
Oh, I have no doubt this Wagoneer will be passed down. I'm sure it will be in his family forever. They have been interested in Wagoneers since they were children, when their father bought their first Wagoneer. And that's something that, that vehicle becomes a member of the family. And I have no doubt that Trent's family and his siblings and their family will enjoy this vehicle for years to come.
So we're here at Resurgence Automotive in Utah, and we're just looking at some of the progress they're making on the Jeep suspension, where we're at with that, rock sliders, they got that set up, engine compartment, they've been modifying that for the battery tray. So once we've gotten through the suspension mock-up, everything else that's going on with the bodywork, then we go into, they're gonna smooth it all out, and then we go into paint.
I reached out to Dave today to find out how much more he needs us to do to the back end of this thing after we had sent him a video of the way the suspension's working right now. And it was brought up that we needed to move this axle back 1 inch because of the way the body articulates. When we jack up one corner, it's putting the tire into this flare. The consensus is now we've got this much weight in it and this much clearance that we need the axle 1 inch farther forward, and it's going to come up another inch height-wise. So we get another inch of lift out of it still, and we're going to end up with the axle 1 inch farther forward. Enter G-Grill 2.0.
So what we did with this was Dom Tucci with Dom Tucci Design, Dave Tucci with Tucci Hot Rods. They took an original razor grill and deleted every other tooth on it. And so we've got a combination of 3 different iterations of the Jeep grill. We've got the Razor, which is the platform we started out with. That was the late 60s, early 70s. And then what I had in high school was a 78 Wagoneer, and it had what they call the egg crate grill. And it had the turn signals actually in the grill. In 2021, 2022, Jeep Wagoneer came out with a new grill style. And so we patterned this after the new design on the Wagoneer. And so this is a combination of 3 different styles that Jeep had, and the Tucci's kind of reimagined it and did a phenomenal job with design.
My name is Dom Tucci from Dom Tucci Design in Marcy, New York, and I did the concept rendering for the Wagoneer. I'm taking all the pieces from all the different partners and working directly with Trent to come up with a cohesive package that looks really good all together. The best part of this is getting to drive these and getting to feel everything. A super special thing for me is 1, I do the concept rendering, 2, we put it together, build the whole thing, and then 3, to get to drive something that I designed, put together. It's just an incredible feeling.
My name's Rick Love. I'm with Vintage Air. We do air conditioning systems for the OEMs as well as the aftermarket. For the Sasquatch project, we're using our universal Magnum system. We have a lot of vent packages, louver packages available so that it'll allow Trent and the builders to kind of tailor the look of that vehicle to the theme that they have in mind. And our goal is to make it look like this climate control system came with the vehicle. This is not something that's just a bolt-on or an add-on. It's an OEM type system.
Mike Long, DeWitt's Radiator in Wixom, Michigan, and we are innovators of cooling solutions for the automotive industry. So the Jeep Wagoneer build is unique in that we're going to build a custom radiator for that specific application to meet the new engine requirements that'll be going in there, and so the radiator will be built entirely from scratch in our facility. We're pretty excited to be part of this build, in that we can show off a bit of our engineering prowess and our manufacturing abilities all in one unit.
getting ready to shoot the body in the color and then clear. We're just wiping it down right now to get the surface imperfections off of it. In final prep for tacking it and painting it. So we're just using a water-based degreaser to clean everything off and minor imperfections. Glazure and BASF is our paint sponsors. Provided us with their water-based base coat with their up-line urethane clear, which will go on top of that. So last Monday, this was just sandblasted to bare metal. And here we are, 1 week later, we're painting it. So we went from the old body to the new body in 1 week.
My name is Mike Robbins and I'm the owner of Wasatch Upholstery. We work on cars, boats, and aircraft. What's unique about Wasatch Upholstery is we're a first generation shop, so we've had to start everything, learn everything ourselves.
All right, here we are sewing up the armrests. Getting ready to switch the thread to this green right here. This green thread is the same color as the paint on Sasquatch as well, so we're matching the interior to the paint pretty closely.
So pretty much on Sasquatch, we did the door panels, armrests, dashboard, steering wheel. I've got the center cap to the steering wheel. So everything's going to be going together and the car will be done in a few weeks.
We got the chassis mostly put together today, and we got the bed liner on the bottom of the body, the firewall painted flat black, and we just got it mounted to the chassis. We'll bolt it down in the morning and start hooking things up and filling in gaps. So I feel good. I feel good. We have 2 weeks and 2 days. Who's counting, right? Hey, let's grab that bumper and stick it against this and see how far it sticks off there. I don't. So check underneath and see how if it's going to be lined up at the front of the frame because of the 1 inch body lift, or do we have to lower it?
So right there, you're flush with the bottom of the frame.
That's flush with the bottom? Okay, cool.
Yep. Yeah.
So we just have to confirm that the tailgate doesn't come down and hit the top lip of this thing.
I've got to cut these brackets off here. So there's still a little bit of modification I need to make to the rack. So I've got to cut these old shock mounts off. And the new ones are going to turn around backwards and mount up on both sides of the gas tank here. They have reservoirs on them though, so I'm just making sure there's enough space. Just looking to see what kind of space I'm dealing with so I can make sure the shock's fitting here good.
We're not building a vehicle here, actually. What we're doing is we're problem solving from one problem to the next, till it's
We're
done.
going to get a vehicle out of it.
And pretty, yeah, the vehicle will transpire, but it's going to be problem solving all the way through.
So Moore & Giles actually partnered with Recaro to make our seats. Moore & Giles provided the leather, and it was actually the first collaboration between Moore & Giles and Recaro on a set of seats.
So Wagoneers, especially the earlier Wagoneers, aren't really a common vehicle to build, but they're gaining in popularity pretty quickly. The exciting part of it for me is that the industry is pushing the boundaries every single year. I mean, it changes all the time.
It's fun to work with like-minded people to see what you can do next. When everybody thinks that, oh, everything's been done, everything's been created, you put a few different minds together that have that mindset of pushing the envelope, that have the same vision. Let's build something that's never been done and never been seen.
Seeing this, it almost doesn't seem real. I think Grandpa would be pretty excited to see that we're taking this passion to a whole new level. I mean, Jeeps have always been a part of our family. We get to continue something really fun and neat and just something that means a lot to our family. Does nothing but bring a smile to my face.